Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon. It's all dependent on when you're watching this show. One time for everybody where I'm at right now in Arizona, but I do know that somewhere across the country, other people are checking me out right now live, and I appreciate you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at DJ Pest. Make sure you visit everybodyhatespest.com. Make sure you download the U-Trace radio app. This morning, April 4th, Monday, April 4th, I am here to talk to you about Wrestlemania that happened this past weekend. I am here to talk to you about the Grammys. I am here to talk about so much content that happened just from Friday to Sunday, and we are going to talk about it today, Monday, April 4th, 2022. But, before we go any further, I have to talk about this. See, today, April 4th, 2022, marks 54 years since Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on the second-story balcony of the Lorraine Motel in Memphis. Every year, the nation celebrates his birth on the third Monday in January, but MLK Memorial Day is the day Memphis honors his legacy. The City of Memphis administrative offices are closed on Monday, April 4th, for the Martin Luther King Memorial Day, which is confusing for people not from Memphis who celebrated Martin Luther King Day this year on Monday, January 16th. So what's the difference between the two holidays? And why does Memphis observe both? Martin Luther King Day, often shortened to just MLK Day, which is a federal holiday that always takes place on the third Monday in January. It celebrates the birth of MLK. His actual birthday is January 15th, but the holiday is observed on a Monday to increase the number of 3-day weekends for federal employees, just like Memorial Day, Labor Day, and others. The campaign to make MLK Day a federal holiday began soon after his death in 1968. St. Louis, Missouri was one of the first cities to officially recognize the day as a holiday. U.S. Representative John Conyers introduced legislation every year between 1968 until it was signed into law in 1983 under President Ronald Reagan. Even so, it wasn't officially observed in all 50 states until 2000. New Hampshire was the first state to officially observe MLK Day. MLK Day is a solemn remembrance of Martin Luther King's death that is observed in Memphis. He was assassinated on April 4th, 1968. Monday, April 4th, 2022 will mark 54 years since he was shot and killed. Okay. Now, if you know me, you know I am a grade A, top-notch, top-tier wrestling nerd. Now, I'm not the greatest wrestling nerd. There are nerds that are greater than me. There are nerds that hold greater power in wrestling than me. But I do take the title for being the biggest nerd you know. And this past weekend, Saturday, April 2nd, Sunday, April 3rd, was a 38th Wrestlemania, 38th annual. Do we call it that? Do we call it annual? But yeah, it was a 38th edition of Wrestlemania. And by far, Chef Kisses, one of the best WrestleManias I've seen in a very, very long time. The last time I was that excited for a WrestleMania, watching a WrestleMania at the edge of my seat, was probably WrestleMania 27 when The Rock faced John Cena in Miami. I think that was the last time, but that was so many years ago. And right now we're here. Well, it's over now, but man, once again, Chef Kisses. We're going to go over the matches. And we're going to talk about it because I know a lot of y'all that's watching me right now, that's listening to me on this podcast, don't watch wrestling like I watch wrestling, but you are interested in just the highlights. I can smell it. I can feel it. So WrestleMania Saturday nights, they call it because it's 2 days now. So Saturday WrestleMania kicks off, first match, the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. It was a opening match. It felt like a pre-show match, but it got good as the match was happening. Best wishes to Rick Boogs. He injured himself. A legitimate injury happened when he tried to pick up both Usos on his shoulders, and you could tell that he messed up his knee or his leg really bad. So it was legitimate. A lot of people thought it was a part of the show. As the match was over, you could see him getting carried out, and you see the announcement from the WWE wishing him a speedy recovery. So once again, man, best wishes to Rick Boogs. That was the first match. The second match, Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. And this was a match, ladies and gentlemen, I cared nothing about. I understand that Drew McIntyre kicked out the End of Days, and that's the first time anybody has kicked out of the End of Days. Big whoop, blah, 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 blah. Drew McIntyre did do something pretty cool at the end of the match where he took out this big Lord of the Rings sword and he slammed it on the, he sliced through the ring ropes. I thought that was pretty cool, but that was the highlight of the match, not the match itself. Then we have Rey and Dominic Mysterio versus The Miz and Logan Paul, and this was when my excitement started to rise. I had no expectations for Logan Paul. I had no expectations for this match. I'm still in my pre-match mind thinking that these matches are going to be just boring until people that I'm watching or people that I wanted to see started hitting the ring. But this match was fire. Logan Paul, he took this serious. Logan Paul played a great heel. He actually got a lot of people to boo him when he tried to do the three. Well, I'm not going to say try. He did do the Three Amigos. A move Eddie Guerrero. If you see any other wrestler do it, you know they're paying respect. They're paying tribute to Eddie Guerrero. Then once he did it, he got on the top turnbuckle, did the Eddie Guerrero shimmy, and the crowd booed him. I'm feeling like if you stayed up the street from the stadium, you can hear the boos. The whole place booed him. So, and he did the frog splash, and it was actually good. It was a weird swerve because Logan Paul and The Miz beat Rey Mysterio and Dominique, but after that, Miz turned on Logan Paul, and I don't know what that program is about to be about. I don't know if they're going to do it at the next WWE pay-per-view. They might drag it out to SummerSlam. I don't know. I am interested. Because Logan Paul is actually wrestling. It's not just something he's phoning in for a check. So that was good. The next match, Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. And if you watch wrestling, if you've been watching wrestling, Becky Lynch came back at SummerSlam in Las Vegas, and she beat Bianca Belair in 26 seconds, and she just took the belt, and a lot of us were mad. We wanted Becky Lynch to come back to wrestling, but we didn't want her to come back that way. But she also stated that she wanted to be a heel when she made her return, so that was the way to do it. I mean, she built a lot of heat on her. She took out some other competitors, but you knew the build up to WrestleMania, Bianca Belair was going to take that belt back, and she did. And she actually suffered a nasty eye injury, bruise. I don't really know what to call it because I'm just shooting from the mind from what I saw. She released a picture on her social media a couple days ago showing, you know, people say if wrestling is fake, then explain this. And she has a nasty injury on her eye. I'm wishing a speedy recovery for Bianca Belair. I'm pretty sure she will be on Monday Night Raw tonight, but she will be wearing sunglasses. Oh, and she won the belt. I don't even know why I didn't say that. Then right after that, Seth freaking Rollins, for about a month build-up, did not have a match at WrestleMania, and he had to find a way to get in a match. He tried to fight AJ Styles, and Edge interrupted, so he lost. So he couldn't go to WrestleMania for that. He tried to beat KO so he can be the KO show host to wrestle Stone Cold, and he lost that. So it was looking a little doom for Seth Rollins until he went to the WWE headquarters and talked to Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon said simply, all you had to do was ask me. And he asked him, and Vince McMahon told him, go to WrestleMania, and when you go to WrestleMania, I'll have somebody for you to wrestle. And a lot of us that know wrestling had an idea of who it was going to be, and that was Cody Rhodes. And we were excited, but we were still thinking WWE was going to WWE, and we wasn't sure if WWE was going to bring us Cody Rhodes. So Seth gets into the ring, he gets on the mic, he calls out the wrestler, and then the lights go dark. And me personally, I don't know about you, but me personally, I was getting nervous because The Undertaker had just retired. He got on his coat, he has on his hat, and at his at the Hall of Fame, when he did his Hall of Fame speech, he says, never say never. So when the lights go dim, I'm thinking, no, not The Undertaker. And right when I thought that, right when I was thinking I was about to get a swerve, I also thought Shane McMahon was coming out. But right when the swerve that I thought that they were going to pull on us, Cody Rhodes music hits. The crowd goes crazy. It's his old AEW entrance. It's his AEW attire. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't reality. I'm watching it, but it just doesn't seem real because I feel like I'm playing WWE 2K22. But yeah, man, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, they put on an amazing match, a great match. And it's also even greater considering that it had no build-up. You know, the match came and it was on the card. You didn't see it. So for them not to have chemistry in this way, they put together a good match. Great match. Then after that match, Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, they got in the ring and they put together a match that was not as good as their match at Survivor Series a few years back, but it was good. I was thinking personally that Charlotte Flair was not going to lose the belt. I don't think it's a good idea for her to lose the belt. You can't make WrestleMania so predictable that the fans know every single match is going to happen, like every outcome. So it was good that they put that one little twist in there. But also, I don't know who Charlotte Flair or Ronda Rousey would wrestle after they win the belt. So if Ronda wins the belt, who is she going to go against? You know, like, is she going to go against Bayley? And I just feel like her going against Bayley would be easy. Bayley needs to go against somebody. You know, she needs to go against somebody else. She doesn't need to go against Ronda Rousey now. I think Ronda will go good against Asuka, but I also think Charlotte will go good against Asuka. So let's just see what happens with that. But I knew Charlotte was going to win. Then we end the night with possibly the best thing I've ever seen in my 36 years of life on WrestleMania, on a WrestleMania show. The build-up was crazy. You didn't see either one of those individuals in the same ring leading up to WrestleMania, but you knew when you saw these two people in the ring at WrestleMania, it was going to be amazing. So Kevin Owens' music hits. He's trolling the state of Texas. He's calling them all kinds of names. The mic work is crazy. He's owning the whole arena. And Stone Cold comes out. He's going on both sides of the stage. He leaves. He comes back. He's on his ATV. I didn't think he was going to walk down that ramp. He was going to ride down that ramp. He gets in the ring. Kevin Owens is still mouthing off. He's still talking. And Stone Cold just sitting there. And Kevin Owens makes it seem like he was baiting him in for an actual match. We all thought, the fans, that Stone Cold was going to go in there, 1-2 stunner, leave, beers, the whole just thing he's been doing for 19 years. We thought that was going to happen. But no, we got a full-fledged match that started in the ring, went out into the crowd, went up the ramp, on the ramp stage, right by the WrestleMania sign. I don't know what you call that, but like right up the ramp, on the stage, back down. We have a match, ladies and gentlemen. Stone Cold versus Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens loses by doing the 1-2. I'm going to swing the chair, and the chair misses Stone Cold, and it hits him back in the face. Stone Cold puts him in a stunner. Not to mention, Kevin Owens puts him in a stunner that almost looked like Stone Cold was going to lose to his own move. But that's neither here nor there. Stone Cold won. And I think Stone Cold probably opened 35 cans of beer. Maybe 40. And they got to the point where it was becoming funny because Stone Cold Steve Austin is missing his mouth. He's not even drinking these beers no more. He's just opening them and wasting them. And you could tell that there was a little product placement because he had a beer right on the apron and the camera zoomed in on it while he's in the background. I saw you, WWE. So that was night one, Saturday WrestleMania, night one. Then we get to Sunday. And my expectations for Sunday night WrestleMania was I just wanted to see Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, but it got better. Like, the second night was actually better than the first night. Soon as the opening card comes on, Mark Wahlberg is talking his talk, and soon as the show starts, Triple H's music hits, and he comes out like he's going to wrestle. He has a suit on, but he's walking down the ramp. You know, the camera, when he gets down by the ring, the camera goes around him like it does. He goes around the side of the ring. He stands on the ring, and he spits the water out. And then he gets into the ring, and then he just stands on the top rope, and he does a thing where he's talking. You never know what he was saying, but you can feel it. He's talking. Then he's taking these deep breaths with his eyes closed. You can tell that he's soaking up the moment. This is the last time that we will see Triple H make such an entrance, and it was a great thing to see him be able to do that. But that's how it opened, and already I am an emotional wreck. Like, I am already just, I can't even talk about it, but let's go. It's Sunday night WrestleMania. The first match, RK Bro versus Alpha Academy versus the Street Profits. Raw Tag Team title match. This was a match that I didn't have a lot of expectations for, but it delivered. RK Bro retains their titles. Street Profits get into the ring. As they get into the ring, they got their red cups, about to do a toast. We never known what the Street Profits were drinking. I was hoping it was a preferred cognac, but it appears to be water. Before, they do the toast, WrestleMania moment on 3, they see Gable Stevenson in the crowd, and they call him to the ring so he can be involved with the toast. And as they do it, as they get ready to drink, Chad Gable comes and he knocks the cup out of Gable Stevenson's hand. And I'm not gonna lie, the crowd loved it, and it was also expected because these two people are Olympic champions. So they have a face-off. Gable grabs the mic, and you can tell that he's getting ready to talk, but maybe he's not ready for that yet because they're still developing him. Chad Gable says what he says, blah, blah, blah. Gable Stevenson grabs Chad Gable, and he just throws him. Very Olympic way, too. He throws him, goes outside the ring, and they finally have their toast. That was that match. Then the second match of Sunday night's WrestleMania featured Omos and Bobby Lashley. When they made the announcement that they were going to have a match this past Monday at WrestleMania, I didn't know what to think of it. I wanted to see Bobby Lashley wrestle somebody else. But at the same time, Omos is a singles competitor now, and he needs somebody to help build his card up, help build his resume, his work resume up. And it made sense. Omos looked like he was wrestling his child brother. It looks like my two sons wrestling because Omos is just so much bigger than Bobby Lashley. But Bobby Lashley won. You kind of predicted that. That was that match, I guess. Then right after that, the match nobody knew was going to be so good. This is Johnny freaking Knoxville. Jackass. And he's going against Sami Zayn in an anything goes match. This could not be a traditional wrestling match. This had to be an anything goes match. And these two people get in the ring, and I mean complete shenanigans. You already knew the Jackass crew was going to be helping Johnny Knoxville, and they did just that. So that match was good. It had a lot of things, a lot of memorable things that happened in that match that I think we're going to be talking about for a long time. Sami Zayn was perfect for this Johnny Knoxville, because that every year they have to have a celebrity involved with WrestleMania. So this was a perfect matchup. Perfect. And then we have the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team title match that featured the champions Carmella and Queen Zelina versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, Shayna Baszler and Natalya, then Sasha Banks and Naomi. Now me, as soon as the bell rang, I wanted Sasha Banks and Naomi to win. As the match is going on, I really have no idea who's going to win. I knew Carmella and Zelina was not walking out champions. I also thought that maybe Shayna Baszler and Natalya might win. Are they going to give it to Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan? Because to me, those are two force tag teams that they got to pull a trigger on. We've seen Shayna Baszler go from the top of the card as a female competitor to the bottom, and they just keep tagging her up with other people. And that's the same thing I kind of feel with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley was just with the superhero, and now she's with Liv Morgan. So I thought they were going to try to give it to them. I would have understood if they gave it to them, but let's be clear. Sasha Banks and Naomi are the new tag team champions, and those belts got some melanin on it. Then the Edge versus AJ Styles match took place next, and I don't have nothing to say about this match other than it delivered. You knew this was going to happen. This is AJ Styles and Edge. This is traditional grade A wrestling, okay, pro wrestling. The highlight of the match, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I have to say this. The highlight of the match was Edge's entrance. The entrance was crazy. Then you have the New Day versus Sheamus and Ridgeholland, which was a stinker. it ain't no need to build it up. It was a stinker. Big E was supposed to be in this. It was supposed to be a 3-way, 3-against-3 tag team match. But earlier last month, Ridgeholland broke Big E's neck, so they had to make some changes. It just wasn't put together right. Pete Dunne is running around acting like the one guy that wants to fight everybody, like real scrappy do energy, and they end up beating the New Day, and Pete Dunne beats up a New Day member, and they can't get him off of him. They're trying to like hold him back. He just wants to fight. It just wasn't good. They got scrapped on Saturday. They were supposed to wrestle on Saturday, but it wasn't enough time, so they moved it to Sunday. To be honest, I think they should have just moved it off the entire card, and it shouldn't have happened. And then the most shocking match on the entire WrestleMania card took place, and we have Pat McAfee and Austin Theory just flat out wrestling. And Vince McMahon, his theme song hits, crowd goes wild. He's doing his McMahon strut to the ring. He brings Austin Theory to the ring. And then Pat McAfee has a grandioso entrance. He has a Dallas cheerleaders. He gets a football from somebody. I don't know who passed him that football, but he gets a football from somebody, and he punts it into the crowd, and he gets in the ring, and he wrestles. Okay? Swanton bomb, flips. I'm talking Pat McAfee. He ends up beating Austin Theory. He beats Austin Theory. And we all heard that Vince McMahon was going to wrestle, but we counted it out because he's 70-something years old, so we didn't really think it was going to happen. There was no need for it to happen, but somehow they made it happen. And Pat McAfee is now taking bumps from Vince McMahon with clotheslines and Irish whips. It's happening. And they bully Pat McAfee. Vince McMahon ends up winning the match out of nowhere that happened right after the Austin Theory match. And they're bullying Pat McAfee. And we get glass breaking. Stone Cold is back out. And he's back out in the ring. And he stunners Austin Theory. And when he stuns Austin Theory sells this stunner like he just fell out of a freaking jet without a parachute. His arms are flailing. His legs are flaring. And he sells it. Good sale. But the sale after that, the one that Vince McMahon has to provide, is top tier terrible. So bad where we don't know if this is the greatest sale or the worst thing we've ever seen on TV. But Vince McMahon has never been known to take a good bump from Stone Cold Steve Austin when it comes to these stunners. So I think maybe that was just their way of saying Vince, he's never going to get it. So that was that match. And then here we go. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. The real reason why a lot of people have been tuned into the WWE that have not watched the WWE in years. This build-up for this main event match was crazy. I think it's been building up for a very long time. We've seen Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns in the ring many times, actually, but we've never seen this version of Brock Lesnar in the ring with this version of Roman Reigns. We just haven't seen it. So the expectations for this match were through the roof. But the match didn't deliver and meet those expectations. And it was nobody's fault. It was solely the fact that what can you do? What can you do other than just have a winner? These guys are unifying the belts. The Raw belt is going to be unified with the SmackDown belt. Winner takes all. How can you top this? Do you want shenanigans? Do you want a disqualification because of some count out? What do you want to really happen? And Roman beat Brock, which we if you look at the bigger picture, this is what needs to happen. Brock doesn't need to continuously beat Roman Reigns every single time. And it's starting to become cool to see Roman Reigns still holding on to this belt, beating every single person that he faces. Now, I do know this, if I was the fly on the wall. Let's say I am the fly on the wall. I do know that somebody new is going to beat Roman Reigns. Somebody I feel that Roman Reigns has never faced. I do think Cody might come for that title. It makes sense. He's fresh. He beat Seth Rollins. He can come on Monday Night Raw. He can come on Friday Night SmackDown, because I don't know how that's going to work with Roman being the champion. Is he going to be on both shows? I would hope so. But let's just say Cody goes on to Monday Night Raw tonight saying, I beat Seth. It's no need for that to happen. I came here to get that belt. I want that belt. And now we have Cody versus Roman, and we can build that up to SummerSlam. What is it? April? Yeah, so we can go May, June, July, or August. That can be the SummerSlam headlining event, and we would have no problem with it. That was WrestleMania. WrestleMania was good, man. If you want to watch, if you don't have Peacock, because that's the only way you can watch WrestleMania, if you don't have Peacock and you just want to see what I'm talking about, you can just go to the YouTube page, the WWE YouTube page, and they put up all, like the highlights for every match, every moment. And you can just relive your childhood through just YouTube. You don't have to watch the whole thing. It was 3 hours. As a total, it was probably about 8 hours. So I understand completely if you don't watch it, but I was excited. I was so excited that I had no idea that the Grammys was happening at the same time. So let's talk about the Grammys. Yeah. The Grammys. I know nothing about it. I didn't know it was happening last night. I was just on my timeline talking about WrestleMania, and as I was talking about WrestleMania, I saw the Grammys. So I'm just going to read through a list of who was nominated, who won. I'm not going to read every category because every category doesn't pertain to me. So I'm just going to keep it hip-hop and R&B. But Record of the Year, Silk Sonic, Leave the Door Open. Album of the Year, We Are by John, I don't even know how to say dog's last name. But within those nominations, you have Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, Doja Cat, Billie Eilish, Her, Lil Nas X, Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, Kanye West. We Are, that's interesting. I'm going to do some research on that. I'm trying to think album of the year. Song of the Year. Who won Song of the Year? Leave the Door Open won Song of the Year. Beating, Happier Than Ever, Kiss Me More, Fight for You, Driver's License, A Beautiful Noise, Bad Habits, Montero, Peaches, Right on Time. Leave the Door Open is a good win. Best New Artist, Olivia Rodrigo. She won Beating Baby King. Glass Animals, Japanese Breakfast. It's a lot. The names of best new artists, I don't even know. I only know like 2 names on there. Pop, I'm not going to read pop, but I will say Olivia Rodrigo won Best Pop Solo Performance with her song Driver's License. Best Pop Duo, Doja Cat featuring SZA, Kiss Me More. Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album, Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, Love for Sale. Best Pop Vocal Album, Olivia Rodrigo with Sour. Best Dance Electronic, that ain't us. Best Dance Electronic, that ain't us. Contemporary, Instrumental Music, Rock. Best Rock Album, Alternative, R&B. I've never seen this before. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this history right here? But Best R&B Performance was a tie. Leave the Door Open. Silk Sonic is in a tie with Pick Up Your Feelings, Jasmine Sullivan. Those two beat out Damage by her, Peaches by Justin Bieber. Best Traditional R&B Performance, Fight For You, Her won that. Best R&B Song, Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic. Best Progressive R&B Album, Table for Two, Lucky Day. Best R&B Album, Jasmine Sullivan. Best Rap Performance, one time for Baby Keem, featuring Kendrick Lamar, Family Ties won that. Best Melodic Rap Performance, Hurricane, Kanye West featuring The Weeknd and Lil Baby. Best Rap Album, Best Rap Song. You saw my eyes. I was about to get frustrated. But Jail won Best Rap Song, beating out My Life, beating out Family Ties, beating out Best Friend, beating out Bath Salts. Best Rap Album, Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler, the Creator. And that's dope because that means that DJ Drama has a Grammy, because for the mixtape heads like myself, DJ Drama was hosting that album. That is dope. But Tyler, the Creator, he beats J. Cole with The Off Season, Drake with Certified Lover Boy, Nas with King's Disease 2, and Kanye West Donda. I really wanted Nas to win. Nas has been turning it up. I don't know who put a battery in Dog back, but Nas has been going crazy for 2 summers. Best Country Album, who cares, but that's not for us. Country Duo, Best Country Song, Best Country Album, Best New Age Album, Best Improvised Jazz Solo, Best Jazz Vocal Album, Best Jazz Instrumental, Best Large Jazz Ensemble, Best Latin Jazz, Best Gospel Performance Song, Never Lost, CeCe Winans, Best Contemporary Christian Music Performance Song, Believe For It, CeCe Winans, Best Gospel Album, CeCe Winans, Best Contemporary Christian Music Album, Old Church Basement, Evolution Worship and the Maverick City Music. Best Roots Gospel Album, Carrie Underwood. Best Latin Album, Best Latin Album, it's a lot of categories. Best Tropical Latin Album, American Roots Music, Best American Roots Song, Best Americana Album, Best Bluegrass Album, Best Traditional. I think we're pretty much done with Best Reggae Album. Best Reggae Album. Beauty and the Silent, Soulja. Global Music, Children, Spoken Word, Comedy. I'm not even gonna mention Dog Name, who won Best Comedy Album, Best Musical Theater Album, Best for Visual Media. Best Song for Visual Media. Is We Don't Talk About Bruno on here? But that's that, man. Shout out to everybody that won. Shout out to everybody that was nominated. Those are the Grammys. I've been talking to you guys for a long time. I have to get back to work. Today is New Music Mondays. New Music Mondays right here and only on U-Trace Radio. If you're an artist and you want your music played on my show, which airs tonight live, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, utraceradio.com, or you can download the U-Trace Radio app by visiting the Google Play or Apple App Store and searching U-Trace Radio, U-Choice Radio. Go grab that app. That's that. I got more news and articles that will be posted to everybodyhatespest.com. Make sure you go check that website out. Go peep some articles. I will be playing tonight. The comedy show. One time for On the Gas, my guy Benny B. We did a comedy show at Toso's this past Friday called April Fools, and I will be airing it tonight on Facebook Live. DJ Pest. Go like the DJ Pest like page right now. You can actually go do that while you're listening to me, because I know you can minimize it. I know you can do it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that comes on at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That show featured Jason Blair, Rick Walt, Alex Darrell, Edward Muhammad, Big Packy. It was hosted by my guy Belly B. I presented it. I was on the sounds doing a little something, you know, something light, nothing heavy. So I will be doing that one tomorrow. This Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, I will be airing on the same platform, DJ Pest Facebook, the DJ Pest like page. I will be airing the Browns and Tanner show that me and my guy DJ Mello B presented on last Thursday at Stand Up Live. So make sure you go like that page. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I will be doing these shows more often. I finally got a rhythm. You see the camera quality is A1. You hear the audio is A1. So that's that. Be on the lookout, or matter of fact, just check out. I need you to know this right now. There are 2 music videos that are going crazy on YouTube right now. Murkemz, Big Doobie, Daisy Land, FTK Ghost. Make sure you go check out the State Your Name remix. That music video is out right now on YouTube. And another music video I need you to keep your eyes on. Make sure you go check out that brand new Jayda Pink Did It video. It's crazy. It's doing the numbers right now, sitting at 13,000 views. Yeah, man, it's on YouTube. Jayda Pink Did It. Yeah, I'm gone. Like, I'm getting flustered because I got to get to work. You feel me? The grind don't stop. So for everybody that's getting a flyer designed by me, everybody getting a commercial presented by me, I'm about to get offline. I'm about to get off the live, and I'm about to get back to work and do that. But I appreciate y'all for so much for checking out this show. I will be back tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, depending on where you at. You already know the vibes, man. At DJ Pest on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Peace. Peace. Peace.